Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow believers, my brothers and sisters in Christ. Round two, yes, we're gonna go daily. Excuse that bird, I'm gonna have to throw a rock at it, speak some Holy Spirit fire to it, go give it a holy beating up. But anyways, guys, welcome back daily for the next week, 2 weeks. All right, you know what? I tried. You guys think I'm playing? That's what I thought, boy. Yo, what do they say? The birds, the fowl of the air, like Satan? Come on, we can't make this up. Anyways, guys, welcome back to another video. Yes, we're married. If you saw the last video, thank you so much, guys, for the welcome back, the kind words, all that stuff. I am definitely under the weather, so I want you guys to excuse that. I think just the training every day, the moving, the everything. And if I'll be brutally honest, I may have yeeted one too many nuts, considering I'm now married. So I'm recovering. Maybe that was TMI, but I'm just being honest with you guys. I have nothing to hide, and I couldn't care less. Anyways, with that said, guys, in today's video, I wanted to kind of tie on to the last one, speak of 3 things that I needed to do to get ready for marriage. I've said this stuff 1,000 times, but I'm really gonna say it again, guys, now that we are married, and I've been married for 2 weeks, so yeah, better take my advice. Anyways, guys, step 1 on your Paul arc. A lot of you young men, you're looking to get married, you are, you're really seeking that, and I'm gonna be brutally honest with you. I wasn't even thinking I was gonna say this. Step 1 is you need to stop seeking. You need to stop seeking, guys. I see a lot of Christian guys, I'll be honest, in DMs, in emails, even on Christian YouTube, it's just this constant, and I never want to, I don't think I ever did, but I never want to take on the sentiment of like, we need, and we're like, where's our woman? Where's this? Dude, there's not a chance in heck. There was not a chance in heck God's going to send you a woman, I truly believe, if you're under that needy predicament, if you will. And the reason for that, guys, is because, I mean, honestly, think about it, okay? And I say this out of love. If you're a leader, if you truly are Matthew 6:33 in here, if you are a prophet of God, let's just say, I'm not saying I'm a prophet, but like you're a soldier. Do you honestly think that the soldier of God, you think of like David and Goliath, you think of like Samson, all these guys, do you honestly think that they're just sitting at their bedside wondering where their woman is? Now, don't get me wrong, guys. There were times for myself where, yes, we fantasize. It is not good for a man to be alone, guys. We all want a helpmate, and that's completely fine, guys. Now, what I'm saying, though, is if you are just constantly in the mind frame, almost like a lost little dog, excuse that plane, of just like, you can just tell like it's this needy, like where is she? Is she gonna come? Am I doing this right? You've already failed, guys. I truly believe it. Myself and Mallory, are both living testimonies of Matthew 6:33. We were not looking for a relationship. I honestly mean it. She has her channel, it's linked below. She was upset when God told her that, I was supposedly her husband. She knows more on that than I do. And I remember initially almost like pushing her away. I didn't want a relationship. And I think that is the best place to be, because it just goes to show that you are so content. You are so... Dude, I was just so much enjoying building my process. And yes, I'll be honest with you guys, it was lonely. There were times where I was sad, where I was even a little, you guys know I went through that like kind of spiritual warfare attack where I felt like hopeless and like I was gonna die alone. But when that left, I still was content serving God alone, guys. I truly believe this. 90% of men are not ready. And I think that's why it makes so much sense out of all the Christian male YouTubers that like are in this industry. There's no shots to fire to any of them, but out of all of them that like speak about relationships, from what I know, it makes so much sense why I got married out of them, because I wasn't making those videos. I don't know if you guys noticed that. I've always kind of made fun of the Christian YouTubers that are very simpy, very just like, it's this like effeminate, gushy, lovey. Like it makes sense why they're single. I mean, maybe some of them aren't, but it makes sense. That's not a man, dude. A man, think of like a lumberjack. Think of you just slaying demons, slaying dragons. I'm not worried about that. And I truly do believe from that sentiment, as a true leader, a man of God, God will send you a woman to be a helpmate, because you don't need her in that way. Number 2, guys, the second thing that you must do, this kind of goes without saying, guys. I didn't even think I would speak of these things. I thought it was going to be a completely different video, like, tangible tips or whatever. I guess these are tips. The second thing, guys, is you need a mission. Now, this goes without saying. Obviously, you guys understand this, but I really want to challenge you and exhort you. And again, excuse my tired Asian-looking eyes, guys. Come on. Back then, it was because of labor. Now it's because I'm busting too many nuts. I should probably cut that out. So, anyways, guys, a lot of you men like to think that you are, I'll be brutally honest with you, a lot of you guys work your job, you're 9 to 5, and you think that's enough. Now that may be enough, and that definitely is enough when it comes to the world. When it comes to worldly relationships, and excuse the sirens, we're kind of in like a weird area. It's kind of like the ghetto, but our Airbnb isn't. It's kind of weird. Mallory said she feels at home because like there's a lot of like Mexican people just like, I don't know, chilling around. When you're working your 9 to 5, which is what a lot of you are, that's fine. When it comes to the world, that's completely fine. But we're set apart from the world. You are not just of the world. Your 9 to 5 is not enough. Point blank, period, guys. If you have the idea that you want to be a leader, you first must be able to lead someone through being led to something. And your 9 to 5, although that's a part of it, guys, gaining finances to support. If you're not on your mission, I'm talking about your ministry. I'm talking about maybe what you do after church, or it's that side hobby or that side passion. If you're not doing that, what God's calling you towards, and don't get me wrong, guys, for some of you, your career, like your work, your 9 to 5 might be your mission. It might be. I think that's rare for a lot of people. It might be. But if you're not on your mission, like I'll give you an example in my life. I was working labor full-time for about a year and a half. Eventually went to part-time. That was not my mission. Now, that was my vocation for the time being, to pay off debts, to make ends meet. But that wasn't my mission. See, if that was my mission, why would God send me a wife? I don't need help. I don't need a helpmate with like working labor, But with serving the kingdom, the YouTube channel, we were just filming for her channel, filming reels, evangelizing. I need help with that. And God is going to have a grace over you because he sees. I view it like Batman and Robin. If I'm Batman or like Spider-Man and I'm really going at it, and I really could use the help on a few things. Like, I'll be honest with you guys, like Mal cooks, cleans, everything. I forgot how it honestly reminds me of like a mother. I'll be purely honest with you guys. And not in some like weird, cringy way, but like, your mother, think of like when you were a kid, your mom would clean for you or like cook for you so you could go play with your friends. You know what I mean? She'd be like, okay, go play with your friends. I mean, not all the time, but go do that. It's okay, I'll clean. Like that loving energy. It's the same thing with a good wife. Like, she's like, it's okay, I'll clean. Like, you go film the videos. You know what I mean? Like, you go serve the mission. You go slay the dragons. But if I didn't have those dragons to slay, what would she help me with, guys? And I'd be brutally honest with you. I think this is a big kind of like downfall for a lot of you. You work your careers thinking that that's enough, but I'll be honest with you, I do not believe it is. I really don't believe, because Mallory's helping me. In fact, the second I married her, I quit the job. That was just a means, a layup to serve the ministry. And I'm telling you, a lot of you guys right now, voice crack, you guys have it all backwards. In fact, you don't have a ministry, you don't have a mission. All you guys have is the gym and maybe your job. And that's not bad, man. That's not bad, guys. I'm being serious. But you need a mission. There was zero reason for God to send you a helpmate, or at least a good one at that, because you can still get married working a 9 to 5. But are you honestly, is that the highest echelon? Is that the highest calling? Is that the highest caliber? Because you guys know, right? I truly believe the higher we ascend as men spiritually, really spiritually, yes, physically, financially, but really spiritually, that's our helpmate. She's going to meet us at that level, that octane, almost like gas with a car. But if your car, you really haven't been taking care of it, you're driving a crappy car, why would you need that high of an octane? God's going to send you, in fact, maybe Satan will send it to you, a cheap octane, okay? I'm not saying that to be mean, but like, raise your standard, man. Maybe that's starting a YouTube channel. Maybe that's street preaching once a week. Maybe that's sharing the gospel with a friend. Why would you be under the idea that like, I'm gonna get a Christian, godly woman if like, you're not even sharing the gospel? It makes zero sense. There's nothing godly in your life. There's nothing even Christian in your life. If I were to look at you as a bro, I couldn't even tell you're a Christian. You work a normal 9 to 5. You look like the world. You still party once a week, and maybe you just go to church on Sunday. Why do you need help? What do you need help with? You don't need help. You see, in my life, guys, I need help. There are things where she's helping with a ton of things: filming, cleaning, cooking, keeping me calm. She was literally healing me up. I'm not feeling good. Advil, back rubs, like, buddy, you name it. I'm telling you, it's good, but that's because I have a mission. I have a Northern Star. If I didn't have that, what's the point? And finally, guys, the last thing, the final tip to help you guys, I'm just freestyling all of this, of what I did or what you guys should look for to be ready for marriage, is, you know what? What's God speaking to me? I truly do believe, guys, you need to be set apart as a man. And what I mean by that, guys, is there are a lot of Christian men, which is, again, it's understandable. A lot of you guys are maybe just beginning. I don't believe, through looking at myself getting married, guys, the amount of like spiritual attacks, like we're talking like, I didn't know that many people of like her friends could like dislike me without even knowing me. Like, if you guys think this stuff isn't real, Satan hates godly relationships. The world hates marriage. I'll just be honest with you guys. Even a lot of so-called Christians, if you are not set apart, like if you're still plugged in with your friend group, because see, that was the thing, and she's not going to mind me telling you this, but Mallory's downfall, which I had to really check her on, and thank God, that's why I'm giving you this advice. I wasn't like that, so I was okay. Mallory was still a bit more plugged into the world. She had a lot more friends, a lot more like, followers on social media with like evangelism. So she was even in like a Christian school, yada yada. She was in like a dormitory with other Christian people. She had a lot of voices in her head, in her ear, and the vast majority of them were not good. We'll just tell you that. Probably like 25, and I don't even know any of these people. Okay. Where for me, on the other hand, I work alone, I live alone, I had 0 voices. And even if I did have a few voices, I could easily discern whether it was conducive or not. Like, is this out of jealousy, envy, or do they genuinely care? You as a man, I'm telling you guys, as a godly Christian man, you have to be able to do that. Because if you, like, imagine if I was plugged in like her. I had all my work buddies and all my secular guys. The craziest part is the majority of these people were Christians. I think, in fact, all of them were Christian. That's what's scary. If I was plugged in, I had all my Christian buddies and all my low-anointed NPC, looking at people. I'm not trying to be mean. When they would speak in my ear, I might take the bait. And in fact, almost many times she did. Now, she was able to discern it, but I'd be lying to you guys if I said that it wasn't like a battle, that we had to be vigilant and sober to say, hey, hold up. I don't know if that's from God, you understand? So you as the man, as the leader, guys, you have to have a level of maturity, okay? You're following your mission, you're equipping yourself, and again, that's Matthew 6:33. But if you're gonna be too swayed by the opinions and voices of other individuals, then there's no way you're gonna be able to take yourself and your wife to the quote-unquote promised land. By that, I just mean marriage. Because believe me, guys, those few months going there, it even got me a couple times with people close to me. I'll just tell you guys that. And bless their heart. Again, guys, we do not fight against flesh and blood. But I'd be lying if I said even for me, there weren't a few times where I really questioned and doubted. And now I'm looking back in hindsight. Again, I don't regret anything, but like I can see where that was out of fear. You understand? So guys, that is it. It's kind of a long video. 3 things to do before you get married or some clicky thing like that. Let me know what you guys think. What video topics you guys want to see? I believe I'm going to go daily for at least the next week or so, and then I'll go back to 3 a week. Maybe when I get to the new townhouse, I'll show you guys again. This is just the Airbnb in the backyard. And thank you guys so much. I'm about to record a podcast with my buddy Braden now on Biblically Masculine. I'll link it up here. It's on the homepage. You guys can swipe. We're going to post the full hour-long episodes, 1 a week. No more cut up. And I come back to here, guys. We're just adapting as we go. Thank you guys. As always, there's coaching below, discipleship coaching. If you are men and you want more advice or help on really getting ready for marriage, or maybe that's being on your Paul arc. I've done both, guys. It's completely fine. And I wouldn't say one is necessarily better than the other. That is that. You can support the ministry through gifting below. And I'll check you guys next video. God bless. Till next time, much love. Peace.